Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Deja Vu, and I'm bringing you the final game from the third day of the E-Star Seoul StarCraft Heritage League. And this is going to be a game between the Mantos Reach and the girl whose name makes no sense, Tossgirl, because she plays Terran, because she says that even though she used to play Protoss, Terran favors her style more. If anyone has been paying attention to my commentaries of this league, you'll know that I don't particularly approve or enjoy. No, I'm gonna go with approve of Tossgirl being in this competition, just because I don't think that she's accomplished very much against the men for her to warrant being here, and she also, in my opinion, doesn't produce the most entertaining of games. She has a tendency to just cheese a lot, go for some very, very early rush builds, and it's just not that funny to see that over and over again. To put in perspective, Reach has an OSL Gold, Silver, and Bronze, and an MSL Silver, and Reach has absolutely nothing here. And I'm going to pause this for a second. Funny, even as I had to pause in order to take a phone call, Kespa decided to pause as well. Kespa referee has paused the game. This wasn't a pause by Reach or Tossgirl, oddly enough. It's by Kespa. They're having some sort of issue that requires them to pause the game. If this goes on for too long, I'll have to maybe resync or do something. But, yeah, Tossgirl really hasn't done too much against the men. She's certainly taken down the female circuit as much as it can when it was around. It's not around anymore, and she's been relegated to B team, I think the B team now of STX, so I know she's not on the main team. She's either on the B team or maybe even in, like, lower than the B team. I don't know. But, yeah, she doesn't really see any game time anymore for STX Seoul. She only has 3 wins in her career. I think she took a couple games against, Baby in one of the GOMs or something like that, and I think that's how she has 2 of those 3 wins. But still, has not been very successful against the men, and I would have just enjoyed to see Jelizer in here a little bit more. I think that would have been more entertaining. And here comes the referee, and we're going to get started here again. Woot! Now we got the game going, and yeah, we'll see what sort of early game strategy Tossgirl goes for here, since I don't expect her to really play a standard game ever. Because, well, she really doesn't play a standard game ever. Even once again, just like last time on, I believe it was Destination was her last game that I saw. It's a map advantage for Terran, and she still decided to go for a rush build against Yellow and fell miserably. And now Python, which I believe is also Terran favored. Yeah, it is Terran favored, almost 60%. And we'll see what sort of rush she goes for here. So we'll see whether or not she can completely catch me wrong. Maybe she'll go for a standard game and prove me wrong and make something entertaining and fun for once, but we'll see. And there's Tossgirl, win-win, and then a bunch of things in Korean that I can't read. She's pretty. I'll give her that. She's definitely very, very pretty. And she's a good gamer, no doubts about that. To even be in the pro league, to win in the pro scene at all, definitely means you're damn good. But to be in something like this, which I think is a very prestigious tournament for old-time winners, people have just been successful and been very, very good throughout the years, especially in the older years. I don't know how much she really should be here. Okay, enough about me making fun of Tossgirl and her inability to win recently. Let's go on to the game. For Reach, we're going to see a 1-base build here, or, well, 1-base start here, just going for a gateway and an assimilator standard time, and it looks like Tossgirl actually going for a standard game. Maybe. She's throwing down her racks at a normal position to the wall off. She's throwing down a refinery. She might be going something a little bit standard here, not going to float any factories over, not going to go for a BBS build here, doing something normal. And, yeah, I think that's a cybernetic score going down for Reach as well, so we're going to see normal builds from both of these players. No one doing anything tricky so far. No proxy builds or anything. Both players deciding to go and scout at each other out right now, and I think Tossgirl's going to get the advantage here. She's definitely going to get the first scout on, and we'll see where Reach decides to go. Okay, I think Reach did see that, where the SCV is coming from, so he's going to go get a scout off as well. So this could actually be entertaining. We'll get to see how Tossgirl's normal game is, how well she does in a standard game, and I'm excited to see this. Here she comes. She's throwing down a factory. We're seeing her first-person view here. She's just trying to be obnoxious with her SCV, and at the same time throwing down a factory. And yeah, I'm a little bit excited to see her play a standard game here. And she does get her wall in, so also she's denied the scout from Reach, which is very, very important. That is very good by her. Going to deny the scout, and It's a huge advantage for her because she can do whatever she wants now, and Reach isn't going to know whether this is something like a siege expand or if it's going to be a 2-factory push, or really it could be a whole host of things, and Reach has no idea, which means that he's probably not going to be able to expand, which means he's probably going to be forced to go for some sort of a one-base build here. And now Zealot coming in for Reach, because we have been on Tossgirl's first-person view for a while, just so you know. And I don't think that Zealot's really going to be able to do anything. That Zealot and Probe, I think they were just going to try and harass some SCVs that were out, or maybe try and start hacking away at a supply depot. But since the Marine's been produced, that's been nullified. And Dragoon for Reach did finally take care of that SCV that was nagging him in his base. And a couple Marines here for Tossgirl trying to micro against a Zealot. She's feeling quite audacious here, going for some... Yeah, she is. She's doing a pretty good job there, forcing that Zealot to back off anytime it comes close to the ramp at all. And Tossgirl also throwing down a command center in her base, and hidden, not really hidden, but just in the center of her base, so that means that Reach isn't really going to be able to see it there. And I hope she has a tank coming out soon, because now there's a Dragoon and a Zealot at her front, and that Dragoon and Zealot might actually be able to do some damage to a supply depot. I hope she has a tank coming out very, very soon. And she's pulling off some SCVs to do some repair work here, and her Marine is going to try and do some damage to these the Zealot and the Dragoon. But now they've got to be careful, because those SCVs might actually go down as well. This is going to be a fun little micro game here. We do see this often enough that it's not at all surprising to see this sort of situation unfold until the tank comes out. And there's the tank. Now Reach is going to have to back off. Takes a couple of shots on that Dragoon. It actually might have lost all of its shields there. Maybe even took some normal damage there with the third shot. And a robotics facility going up for Reach. So this might be for some Reaver harass, possibly. Or we could just be seeing it for observers. And he could be doing a 2-gate obs expand. We'll get to see whether or not what sort of tech he decides to do. If he throws down an observatory, of course he's going to be going for a quicker expansion. And if he throws down a robotic support bay, we're going to see him with some Reaver harass. And we'll see how that goes. And she's actually sneaking an SCV out past Reach's forces, and that's going to get a scout in. But Reach moving up with his Dragoon is going to take down one of the siege tanks here, but Tossgirl able to plant her barracks back down, so Reach unable to really move into the base and take down the second siege tank, and that second siege tank is going to usher everything else away. But it does look like Reach was able to get another Dragoon on her ramp, or on his ramp. Sorry, Reach, for saying her at all. I apologize profusely. That was just wrong and mean and uncalled for to call the Mantos even latently a her. And there's the observatory going to produce an observer, and then a support bay going down as well, so we're going to see observers and Reavers out. We'll see when he decides to expand. He can't really allow Tossgirl to get too much of a expansion advantage, just because Terran already has the advantage when you're on an equal number of bases, and if he allows her to get 2 bases up and running way before him, really, he's only just now, he hasn't even started. He's going to be starting very soon, but still has not even really started a second base. He's going to be in trouble. And there's the shuttle. I'm sure that's loaded up with a Reaver and probably a couple Zealots as well. See what damage he's able to do. A couple turrets have gone up for Tossgirl at her natural expansion. Not sure if she's really put any in her main. She's got one on the ridge in her main, and that shuttle taking a lot of hit. And now another shuttle. That shuttle might actually go down. That shuttle goes down. I think that had a Reaver in it too. Reach maybe just failed miserably with his micro, losing that shuttle, and I assume that had a Reaver in it as well. Now Reach feeling desperate, going in for a kill here on the ramp. Gonna take down one siege tank, might be able to take down another. No, he's unable to take down the other siege tank. Tossgirl doing a great job pulling her SCVs off the line and able to block that ramp from the Dragoons. If the Dragoons had gotten up there, if Tossgirl had not pulled her SCVs as fast as she did, which was quite good by her, did a very good job by her. If she had not pulled them off, that could have